Morning, survivors. It's Angie. Today we're going to do our coffee time in my office because it's really freaking cold outside. So I'm going to answer a question from a viewer about what is an inverted narcissist. Let's talk about it. I love coffee. So technically speaking, inverted narcissism is a combination of narcissism and codependence. And the inverted narcissist depends entirely on the regular narcissist, on a narcissist for their supply and for essentially their identity. The inverted narcissist craves a relationship with a narcissist, almost needs it to exist. So this leads you to the question, can a narcissist be with another narcissist? Well, this is exactly what the inverted narcissist is. They accept the abuse in order to get the benefits of being with a narcissist, which sometimes include fame and money and things like that, because they would rather take the abuse than not have those things. Sometimes they're called mirror narcissists. Some people say they're covert narcissists, but I disagree. I don't think that covert narcissists are the same as inverted narcissists. A covert narcissist generally won't end up with another narcissist. They really prefer someone more sensitive. But sometimes the codependent narcissist or the inverted narcissist will actually behave very much, of course, codependently, which is kind of what they like as narcissists. So maybe. So some people say that they're two sides of the same crazy coin, where essentially, like I said, the inverted narcissist mirrors the narcissist's behavior and needs and things like that. And somehow this sometimes works in a codependent way. So the simplest definition of a codependent is someone who depends entirely on someone else for their emotional needs and their emotional satisfaction. Of course, as you all know, you don't get a lot of emotional satisfaction with a narcissist, but being an inverted narcissist makes a person, I think, more capable of tolerating that stuff. So one type of inverted narcissist you'll see is the caregiving narcissist. A lot of times, I think certain mothers, narcissistic mothers, will fall into this category. A lot of women will fall into this category, but even men sometimes, people who want to take care of their narcissist, people who want to take care of the other person, and serve them and all their needs and stuff like that. Of course, as with any narcissist, this in their mind gives them a certain amount of control over you as they care for your needs and do the things that you need. They figure you won't be able to let go of them because you won't be able to live without them. So the inverted narcissist, unlike the regular narcissist or the more overt type, will, martyr themselves. They will do things to help other people and not take care of their own needs. And this is why people are confused a lot by this, because they're like, well, how are they a narcissist if they're taking care of other people's needs? Well, it's almost in a malicious way. It's almost in a way so that they can serve as a martyr. Oh, poor me, I tolerate all this stuff, I do all this stuff for you, blah, blah, blah. So the inverted narcissist is one that you'll catch playing victim a lot. They'll even set themselves up to be the victim in a given situation. And I think this leads them to too often, they're the people that you see putting out the wow stuff on Facebook, or people like, oh, nobody loves me, la, 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 poor me, la, la, la. So the inverted narcissist likes to be pitied, which I think is it's unnatural for me personally. I would rather not be pitied. But yeah, that's something they enjoy. In order to be classified as an inverted narcissist, you must exclusively seek relationships with narcissists. And you must intentionally only need supply from narcissists. It's a very interesting thing. It's almost like the counterpart of a narcissist. Now, before everybody starts saying, oh my God, am I an inverted narcissist? Let me explain. The inverted narcissist is the type who loves drama, who does everything they can to create it and to be in the middle of it, and often to sacrifice themselves as a result of it. So this is something that I think is where we differ. You guys are sitting here watching this video because you don't want to be abused. An inverted narcissist enjoys the abuse and wants it and craves it. And if they don't have one narcissist, they'll go find another one to abuse them. These are very unhealthy people, but how did they get that way? Oftentimes, they got that way because narcissists maybe they had a narcissistic parent or a major narcissist in their life, and they became an ideal source of supply. And then when that person, grows up and moves on in the world, of course, they look for someone who feels comfortable to them, and often that person is a narcissist, and that's how it goes. So we're going to discuss a few more traits of inverted narcissists. So on the regular, these people are very shy, introverts sometimes, and they don't really seem to want a lot of attention except in the way that they want it. So let's talk about that. So they feel inadequate. They have very low self-esteem, and quite often they have this insanely rigid sense of, ethics or operating mode or whatever. They expect and require people to live up to their standards. So do they get narcissistic rages? Well, yeah, they do. It just comes differently. That's when they'll martyr themselves. If they feel rage about something, they'll go off, and they might even stand up for themselves occasionally, but they do so in a way that is unhealthy because, long story, but then instead of actually resolving the issue, they play martyr, or they pretend that or I don't know if pretend is the right word, but they believe that they have to, sacrifice themselves and get all kinds of attention for that as sacrifice. It sounds strange, but it's a different kind of person. While the inverted narcissist may seem to be in tune with other people's needs, since they're always taking care of people and stuff, they lack empathy, just like a regular narcissist, and that's kind of one of the hallmarks. If you can think about that, they don't have the ability to feel other people's feelings. They don't have the ability to even care about other people's feelings. They just appear to when it's convenient for them. They're often, like regular narcissists, preoccupied with feelings of grandiosity, but at the same time, they don't feel that they deserve anything. They don't feel entitled like regular narcissists, and I think that's why they're harder to discern. Often they're seen as, the really nice person and the charitable person and the person who does all the things for the people, that help the people, and poor that person, they just give up everything. So one example might be, a grandmother who raises her child and who does so, I'm so self-sacrificing, la la la, but then raises her child's child. But what turns out is that, she took the child from the mother because she was being hateful or whatever, with, the flying monkeys that sometimes the government can be if you play it the right way, I guess. I'm only talking about a specific situation in one of my clients' lives right now, but it can be an example of, this is a great example. This narcissistic person called the Child Protective Services people on her daughter, had the grandchildren taken, and has been raising the granddaughter for the last year. And then acting like she's self-sacrificing and she's doing everybody a big favor, when all the mom wants is to have her kids back. It's a real messed up situation. And that's one example of how this type of narcissist could feasibly hurt you very badly. So another way they differ from a regular narcissist is that they don't feel worthy. They don't feel special. They don't feel unique. In fact, they feel like they don't deserve anything. And so I think sometimes they feel like they need to connect to a regular narcissist in order to have self-worth or self-value. They will. This would be, the type of person that would get with, a busy executive and serve their every need and take care of them so long as they're taken care of financially or whatever. But who won't love their life, who won't be happy ever because they won't find a way to ever love themselves. It's really kind of a sad person. So I think that while, any type of codependence can be unhealthy, this type is probably the most unhealthy because this person has no intention of ever going away. And yet there's somehow a mix between, an introverted person and a narcissist, or between a shy person or a person who doesn't love themselves and a narcissist. Now we can say that we think narcissists love themselves, but the truth is they don't either, and that's why they're how they are, because they're putting up the false self. Well, with the inverted narcissist, instead of having the feelings of being worthy and special and different and entitled, they have the opposite. They feel unworthy and unspecial and unentitled, and those feelings cause them to treat other people like shit, basically, because they are so desperate to get approval from themselves, really, and they never will, or the narcissist, and they never will, and they just make people around them miserable with their drama and their bullshit, if that makes any sense. So the inverted narcissist feels envious of other people all the time, and lives to make the narcissist happy. They do anything they can to keep the narcissist happy, fed, loved, whatever. And of course, since the narcissist is who they are, when they reject and abuse, then the inverted narcissist, they take it. They don't go. They don't leave. They take it. And now look, if you're an empath and you're staying because you have to stay, or because you don't know what to do, or you don't know where to go, it doesn't make you an inverted narcissist. But you can begin to appear like an inverted narcissist if you stay in an unhealthy relationship for too long, and you don't manage your thoughts and intentionally choose your perception. So if you're stuck in a relationship with a narcissist who is abusing you, start making a getaway, start making your plans to get away. So what do you think? Do you know an inverted narcissist in your life? Can you think of somebody that might be an inverted narcissist? Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up for now. I've got to take care of a couple of kids who aren't feeling well today, my own, and get my day started. So I'll see you guys later today for another video. And as always, thanks for letting me be a part of your day and a part of your life. I'll see you soon.